Kyrios here, and today we're going to go over the Unreconciled Stars event. Now, this is going to unfold over several days, so we are at day one right now. Going into the event, which you can find in your events tab, once you log into the game, you can find that you have this new event right here. You can get characters like FISCHL by just doing the normal plot and doing everything like that. We'll go into details for that. You can get the new crown, which for all of you endgame players that are way far in talent progression, you need this in order to do some talent upgrades. And you get some books and you get some EXP tomes. So this is a really cool event, and we are very excited for this event. In the bottom right hand corner, how to open up the pact here. So by completing the Star of Destiny quest, by accumulating completions on the meteorite, remain salvaged, which I don't think opens up till tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. But this is something that's going to require resin to get those resources. Now, keep in mind, you do not probably have to spend resin to actually get the 14 completions. So if you don't want to spend resin here and you don't want to go after any of those materials, which I don't know if we should or should not yet, doing the math on it, you don't have to. So just like our previous Elemental Crucible event, you just got to do it. You got to play it. Accumulate completions of the Fallen Star challenge. So we don't have a lot of those just yet. In the first part of the game, let me turn my camera back on here. You get the Fading Stars Might. Now, the public events or the events that you need to do aren't active just yet, but you can go out in the world and complete the different sections. A huge shout out to Reddit for finding this, the user Suka. I appreciate they put together this. I'll have this in the link down below. You can find all 21 per 20 per map. So that's 60 fading lights that are out in the world. So I highly suggest you follow this map. You go pick them all up because they're just free. You don't have to use any resin to get them, any of the public events. You can grab them like that. And you can also, when you're out in the world, they do mark them. So you can see here on my mini map in the top right above my head that they do mark them when you're in that section. And if you bring a character like FISCHL that has that nice little charm on the back, or any other character where it has a visible charm, it'll actually start to blink and respond to the meteorite when you get close. So you can see here that I have a meteorite down below. You can see that it is just responding, which is a very nice little feature. I like that. That's really cool. All right, guys, let's talk about the Primogems you're going to get real quick. So there are many different ways to get Primogems in this event. I quickly typed it up right here for you guys. So doing the initial quest when you get started is going to give you 60. Upon completing that quest, you're going to get the opportunity to do the overture. Now, we do know that there's going to be at least 6 zones. So currently you only have 3. Tomorrow you should have an additional 3, if not later on in the quest line. That's going to get you a total of 180, as you can see here, 180 in overture. You also get 120 in quests. So if we go look at those quests real quick, you can see here, here's another 120. By clicking on these, you do get quests you have to do, and that gets you 120 extra Primogems as well. Now, you do get 3 quests per event. This is proven by the site that we have here, where it showcases it all the way at the bottom. You can see in this little GIF real quick that you can see that it does 120, 120, 120. So we get 120 per stage, which is really, really good. We also get 60, 60, 60. That's 180 on this salvage attempt that we have to do here. So that gets you another 180. So you're going to get a lot more Primogems from that. So if we're quickly looking at that, what we know is that we do get 60 from the quest. We get 120. We get another 120. We get another 120. We get 180 from the overture. And then we get 180 from salvage, which is salvage is the one that we're looking at behind the scenes right now. So now we do assume you get another 60 from each of the quest lines that aren't unlocked yet. We don't know that. We can't confirm it. But we are also assuming that you're getting Primogems from somewhere else. So just roughly on the screen, you're gonna get 750 plus Primogems. We assume that you're gonna get somewhere close to probably 1,000 or more, and that's a lot of Primo. That's a decent. This is the most Primogems they've ever given to this date. Now, one thing I do want to touch on real quick is, so you can see that the event for spending your resin starts tomorrow. And later on in the event, there's a different version of it that gets you those other resources that we talked about, or we are going to talk about. These are the ones that get you the books and like the crown and stuff like that. But the initial ones are the ones that get you like the hero's wits and the fragments. Now, doing just some soft math on it, right? If you get 25 at level 35 and every book costs 4, that means you're roughly getting about 6 books, which is better than a ley line. Assuming you're not at AR 50 or AR 55, at that point, doing this event may not be worth it for you. So if you're that far into the game and it scales that much, I'm only AR 47, so I can only take it based on my own experience. But this seems to be really worth it, at least from a resin optimization standpoint, that you get these instead of doing the ley lines. Because if you go over to the event shop here, and we talked about the fading stars mice, that's what you're going to get initially for the first we think about a week or so, or up to 6 days. You have those hero wits, and that you can get 150 of them. That's a decent amount. That's a good chunk of EXP to get a character upwards to 80. So like I said, it costs 4 per, you get 25, so that's roughly 6 per every time you use it. If you look at your ley lines, even at my AR 45 ley lines, right, we can go take a look at that real quick. You can see here we only get anywhere between 4 to 5. Now I said if you are AR 50 or 55, that might be 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. I don't know the scaling because I'm not there yet, but if anyone is there, correct me in the comments down below. So the event does look worth it from a resin perspective. It's going to be day 6 when it unlocks, when you can actually get some of these advanced materials, which these look a lot more enticing to me than everything else. Can you get unlimited number of mystic enchantment ores? We just don't know the number of these yet. I assume they're going to pop out at some point. It'd be nice if we can get multiple.